Welcome to the Lifetime Assembly channel. My name is Isaac, and today I'm going to help you assemble your 8 by 10 foot outdoor storage shed. Before we get started, make sure the model number of your shed is listed in the description below. This video will follow the steps outlined in the assembly manual that comes with the shed. So if you've already begun and need help on a specific step, check the description below for a timestamp associated with each step. There are steps in this assembly that require 2 people, so make sure you have at least one other adult available to help. Before we get into the assembly process, let's take a look at the tools you'll need to complete the job. You may want to pause the video now so you can gather the supplies shown on the screen. Also, you may see us use an impact driver. If you decide to use one as well, be careful not to over torque or over tighten the hardware. You will also need additional tools to prepare a foundation for your shed, so refer to your manual to see what other resources you will need. All Lifetime sheds are required to be built on a foundation. We recommend you build your foundation out of concrete, but you can also use lumber. This video is meant to be a companion to the assembly manual and not a direct replacement. So for the best results, have the assembly manual on hand as you complete the job. It is also crucial that you refer to the assembly manual to review the safety instructions of this build to prevent serious injury or property damage. All right, let's get started. This section goes over the requirements for the foundation of your shed. This video will focus on the assembly of the shed and not of the foundation. So refer to your manual in section 1 to see how to properly build a foundation for your shed. If you have questions regarding the foundation of your shed, please feel free to reach out to our customer service team at the number below. Take 2 gutter channels and line up the holes in the end with the holes in the connector piece and secure with hardware. When tightening this hardware, be careful not to over tighten to avoid breaking the cabinet. Line up the holes at the ends of the truss brace with the holes in the middle of the gutter channels and secure the hardware, making sure the head of the bolt is on the inside of the gutter channel. To make tightening this hardware easier, I like to use a pair of vice grips with a Phillips bit. Insert the truss rod through the connector piece and truss brace and secure with a nut on each side. Only tighten so the truss rod doesn't wiggle. Repeat the previous steps 2 more times for a total of 3 truss assemblies. Take the two gable halves that are straight at the bottom, line them up in the center, and secure with the hardware. Line up the holes in the screen with the holes in the vent. Place the vent on the front of the gable. And secure the hardware through the back. Take the gable halves that have a curve at the bottom, line them up in the center, and secure the hardware. Line the holes in the screen with the holes in the vent. Place the screen vent on the front of the gable. And secure the hardware in the back. Take the small square tube and insert a cap into each end. Place the tube onto the gable, making sure these dimpled holes are against the gable, and the dimpled hole in the center is at the bottom of the gable. Make sure the holes line up with the divots and secure through the center two holes first. Then finish securing through the oblong holes. Take the left door, the one with the Lifetime logo, and line the holes in the square tube with the holes in the door. Then slide the tube into the bottom of the door, making sure to leave a couple inches hanging out the end. Insert the cap into the tube, then finish sliding until it's flush with the end of the door. Attach the latch bracket to the door, oriented like this. Secure the hardware, but only finger tighten for now. Locate these divots at the bottom and top of the door and drill them out with the provided drill bit, making sure to only go through the first layer of metal. At the bottom of the door, over the holes you just drilled, place a spacer, making sure you can read the word down. Add a lock oriented like this, and secure the hardware. Repeat the previous steps at the top of the door, making sure you can read the word up on the spacer. Connect the two halves of the handle, place them in the front of the door, and secure the hardware on the back. Insert a hinge tube into the other edge of the door, making sure to leave a few inches hanging out on both ends. On the back of the door, locate this groove around the entire window and insert the butyl tape all the way around. Take the window and remove the plastic filament from both sides. Then line up the holes in the window with the divots in the door. And secure with the hardware. Take the right door, align these holes in the square tube with these holes in the door. Then insert the tube into the bottom of the door, making sure to leave a few inches hanging out at the bottom. Insert the cap into the tube, then finish sliding until it's flush with the end of the door. Secure the tube into place by inserting a self-tapping screw into this divot at the bottom of the door. Add the locking hardware to the door oriented like this. Connect the two halves of the handle together and place on the front of the door. When adding the hardware, make sure to add this bracket oriented like this. On the opposite edge of the door, insert hinge tube, making sure to leave a few inches hanging out on each end. On the back side of the door, locate this channel around the entire window and insert your butyl tape all the way around. Remove the plastic film from both sides of the window. Line up the holes in the window with the divots in the door and secure the hardware. Connect the floor panels together by lifting one up at an angle, interlocking the tabs, and setting it back down. Secure the floor panels together by inserting a screw into the 4 divots along each seam. Your doors can go on either short edge. Once you decide what edge you want your doors on, place the strike plate into this recess and secure the hardware. Take the corner panel labeled AGL and insert a wall support into this channel, making sure the 2 holes close together go at the top of the panel. Take the corner panel labeled AGY and insert a wall support into this channel, making sure the 2 holes close together go at the bottom of the panel. Take a corner panel labeled AGN and insert a wall support into this channel, making sure the 2 holes closest together are at the top. Take the corner panel labeled AGW and insert a wall support into this channel, making sure the 2 holes closest together go at the bottom. Take the 7 wall panels labeled AHD and insert a wall support into the center channel, making sure the 2 holes closest together go directly under the cutout. Take the corner panel labeled AGY and insert the tabs at the bottom into these 2 cutouts on the same edge as the strike plate. Slide the panel towards the strike plate to lock it in place. I'm comfortable tapping with my foot, but if you're not, use a block and a rubber mount. Lean the panel away from the floor, fold it in half, land the tabs at the bottom of the cutouts in the floor, and apply downward pressure to lock it in place. If you're having a difficult time getting the tabs to lock in place a block under each tab individually and apply downward pressure. Take a wall panel labeled AHD and insert the tabs at the bottom into these cutouts, sliding towards the previous panel to lock it in place. Make sure the walls are even at the top and secure with the hardware. Add 2 more wall panels to this edge. Your window panel can go on either long edge. For this video, we're going to put our window here. Add corner panel AGW to this corner using the same method as the first corner. Add 2 wall panels labeled AHD to this edge. Add the corner panel labeled AGL to this corner. Now add 3 wall panels to this edge. Then add the corner panel labeled AGN to this corner. Next to the corner panels where your door will go, insert the bushings into these circular holes from the bottom up. There are 3 heights you can choose for your shelf. They're indicated by these divots. Once you've chose the height of your shelf, on the center 2 wall supports, insert your triangle brackets into these slits at the height you chose. Then insert the screw anchors into the divots at the height you chose. Add the shelf support brackets over the screw anchors, making sure the oblong hole goes against the wall. Unfold the shelf and lay it down flat. Add the shelf support tubes to these channels, making sure they click into place. Place the shelf onto the brackets, making sure the word front is facing the entrance of the shed. Secure the shelf to the brackets using 2 screws each. Insert the hinge tube of the left door into this bushing, making sure to line up the hole in the hinge tube with the slit in the bushing. Insert the cotter pin from the outside going in, flare the other end to lock in place. Repeat the previous steps for the right door. Place the gable with the curve in it on top of the hinge tubes. Line the holes in the gable with the divots in the wall and secure with the hardware. Place the gap flaps over these holes oriented like this and secure with hardware. Place the truss assembly into the cutouts of the top of the wall panel closest to the door. Continue to hold the truss while someone else slides a roof panel into the gutter channel and on top of the gable. You'll know the roof panel is in place when the alignment nub is in this notch. Secure the roof panel to the wall through these 4 holes. If you're having a difficult time getting your roof panels to line up, click this link here to see a video on how to properly line up your roof panels. Then secure the roof to the truss through the bottom 2 holes. Then secure the roof to the gable through the bottom 2 holes. Insert a roof support into the notch in the gable and truss. Then finish securing the roof through the 2 holes in the gable and the 1 on the truss. Repeat the previous steps on the opposite side. Repeat the previous steps, adding 2 more trusses and 4 more roof panels to the shed. With the help of another person, lift the rear gable onto the back walls and secure the hardware. Now add the final 2 roof panels using the same method as the first 2 panels. Place the roof cap labeled AGG on top of the gable over the doors. Place the roof cap AFY over the previous roof cap, secure them together, and then to the truss. Add 2 more roof caps labeled AFY using the same method. Add the final roof cap labeled AFW over the rear gable. Take a skylight, fold it in half, place into the opening, line up the tabs in the holes, and secure with the hardware. Repeat this process for the remaining 3 skylights. Add the clips to these holes, making sure the arrow is pointing up. Take the window panel and peel the plastic film off both sides. Place the window into the frame, making sure this lip is at the top and facing in the shed. Then insert the small screw into the hole at the bottom of the window. Add the window latches over these divots, oriented like this, and secure the hardware. You want to leave the hardware loose, it should slide freely. Your shed comes with 6 wall hooks. They can go anywhere throughout the shed in these recesses. Next, you need to make sure that your doors are level. Click on this link here to see a video. Refer to your manual in section 13 to see how to properly level your doors. Go inside the shed, have someone lock the door behind you, and tighten the remaining hardware on the left door. This section goes over how to anchor your shed to your foundation. Since we're inside, we will not be able to do so, but it's important that you do. So refer to your manual in section 14 to see how to properly anchor your shed to your foundation. Thank you for watching this video on how to assemble your lifetime 8x10 foot outdoor storage shed. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up. For more content like this, subscribe to our channel. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to our customer service team and check out our other amazing products at lifetime.com.